Good morning, ma'am. Hi. Why are you disturbing me so early in the morning? It's 9 a.m. already? Oh, really? Ugh, damn it. I must have had a lot to drink last night. Did you go drinking last night? How could you do that when we have a presentation today? Hey, watch your mouth. You don't get to talk to me that way. I'm the boss here. I get to do the scolding. I'm not scolding you, ma'am. I'm just stating the obvious. What kind of department head goes on a drinking spree the night before an important presentation? Stop making a big deal out of this, okay? I don't mean to be rude, but I'm sincerely worried about the outcome of this meeting. What are you going to do to fix this situation? Let me think. You know what? I'll join the meeting via Zoom. When it's time for our department to present, I'll just come up. Really? I helped you prepare the slides for this presentation. The least you could do is at least show up on time to go over it. Amanda, ugh! Stop being a pain in the ass. Look, ma'am, you've got to come up with a better plan. The meeting is starting in 10 minutes. All the members of the board of directors and other heads of departments are seated already. Jeez, there's no way I'll be able to make it. Here's what you're gonna do. I believe you're at work already, right? Of course. Good. I'm gonna place a call through, and you'll put it on speaker so all the guys in the meeting can hear me. I'll explain to them that I'm sick and can't make it to the meeting. Okay. How about the presentation for our department? Isn't it obvious? You'll do the presentation, of course. Wow, I don't think the CEO is going to like that. I'm not exactly qualified for that role. I'm just an intern. I'm here to learn and assist where the need may be. Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing, assisting me. Besides, apart from myself and my assistant, there are just 3 interns, including yourself. We're still a new department, and things like this are inevitable. I guess I can resume sleeping since there's nothing more for you to say. I think you should still hang around, ma'am. Just in case I need your help on something. Oh, please. Are you such a dimwit? You've been working with me for almost a year and you can't give an ordinary presentation on my behalf? Unbelievable. That's not the case. The CEO specifically said he's counting on our department to convince the board of directors to take up this new project. So? They're just a bunch of old guys. They couldn't be so hard to convince. Oh, this sounds like a terrible plan. What if things go wrong and our proposal is rejected? If that happens, then get ready to lose your job. That would reduce the stress of having to deal with you daily. I don't think the CEO would like this. What's with you and the CEO? Are you his doormat or what? What? Never mind. Everyone's settling into the boardroom already. I've got to go. Wish me luck. Whatever. Hey, Amanda. What's up? Chloe, you're just the person I need to talk to. I just heard the news of your victory. This calls for celebration. Where are you? Thanks, babe. I didn't expect the news to have spread so quickly. The news is everywhere, even here at HR. That's so cool. Although I'm more exasperated than excited. Oh, I can imagine. You must have spent a great deal of time getting prepared for the presentation. You know, right? To think that it should have been Miss Shannon giving the presentation? You won't believe she had me on edge for 2 days, only to go AWOL on the D-Day. Really? That woman who keeps acting all self-righteous and thinks that she can boss all the interns around? I didn't think she could do something like this. Yeah, she wasn't remorseful one bit. I wasn't sure I'd be able to give a good presentation, let alone answer the questions raised at the board meeting. You did great, Amanda, and I can assure you that the right people are taking note. Uh-huh. Just tell me where you are and I'll come over. We'll go for lunch together. I'm afraid we won't be able to go for lunch together today. You're getting me scared. What's wrong, babes? It's a good news. The CEO gave us some money to give ourselves a special treat. Wow, this is sweet. Can I tag along? I'm not sure. I'll ask the other guys. But what's the rush? Your boss isn't even around. That's the reason everyone wants us to go. They feel Miss Shannon's presence would be burdensome. That makes sense. It's not like she put in the effort. I wouldn't say so, because she's the one training the interns in the department. I know you're a nice lady and you think so well of everybody, but I'm telling you that boss of yours is not a good person. She's a snitch. Huh? What did she do? Oh, speak of the devil. Let me guess, Shannon? Yeah, Miss Shannon is calling me. Don't pick it. She's probably calling because she's heard of the money the CEO gave you guys. So quick? I don't think so. She might just want to know how the meeting with the board members went. Maybe or not. But if it's for the money, your colleagues in the office are gonna skin you alive if they feel you let Shannon in. The thing is, Miss Shannon would know sooner or later, and I'll still be at the receiving end. If she's heard about the money, then one of us is a snitch too. Don't be too quick to judge. She could know it based on management level info. Why do you keep calling her Miss Shannon while we're texting? It's irksome. That was how I was trained in my previous company. I've got to pick up her call now. This is the 5th time she's called. Ugh, the witch wants a share of the freebie. Bye, Chloe. I'll tell you how it goes with her. All right, I'll be waiting. Good afternoon, ma'am. What's good about the afternoon? I've called you like 1,000 times. That's insubordination. I'm sorry, ma'am. I was busy with something. What the heck are you busy with? Just because I let you handle something for me, you think now you're important? Do you need me to remind you of your position in this company? You're an intern. An ordinary intern and a stupid one at that. Ouch. You don't have to be so disrespectful, ma'am. What? How dare you talk to me in such a manner? I've told you to stop scolding me. Is that how you talk to your mother at home? Even if you talk to your mother like that, I am not her. Show me some respect, little brat. I'm sorry, ma'am, but I believe I've been very respectful towards you. Besides, you're not old enough to be my mother. What the heck? I can't believe a fresh graduate is talking back to me. I called you several times, yet you refused to pick up my call. That's disrespect. The meeting has been over for almost 30 minutes and you didn't deem it fit to call me immediately? That is called negligence of duty. Jeez, aren't I allowed to breathe at all? No. You are to be up and doing always. That's how I rose the ladder. You aren't going to get a job here if you keep up this attitude of yours. That's not what I hear, though. I heard the CEO is a friend of your father's, and that was how you got this job. You always brag about that fact also. How can you get any of us fired because you're close to the CEO? Well, that's not entirely true. Plus, it's none of your business. If I wasn't qualified, I wouldn't get in. Being qualified could get you in, but it surely won't keep you in. You should keep proving your worth, Miss Shannon. Like you always say, let's all imbibe a good attitude to work. You know what? I hate your guts. Speaking of the CEO, I heard he gave you some money to treat the department staff to a nice outing. How much is it? Don't touch it till I resume tomorrow. I'm sorry, ma'am, but your assistant, Mr. Clark, permitted us to spend the money on ourselves. Just the 3 interns here. What? How dare he do that? You're gonna be in trouble when I get back. If I were you, I'd be more bothered about the query that awaits you. What query? I don't know, but I've heard the whispers in the corridors that the CEO was very disappointed in you. What? Why? For the obvious reasons, of course. You should have sent a notice to HR if you knew you were ill and would miss such a big meeting. But of course, you weren't ill. I shouldn't have been the one to relay the message. There's a protocol to these things. How do you know of protocols? Well, let's say I've worked in a corporate setting before. Okay, whatever. HR's got nothing on me. The most important thing is for you mentoring interns to know who's boss. You know what? I'm gonna place a call through. Gather everyone and put the call on speaker. I'm gonna talk some sense to you guys and tell you how to spend the money. I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. See you tomorrow. Amanda, Are you airing me? You'll just wait till I return tomorrow. Just one day of my absence and you guys have gone haywire. Hey, babe. What's up? I didn't hear from you again. How did things go with you and the witch? I'm exhausted, Chloe. Can we have this discussion some other time? No way! I know you quite well. You'll lose interest in giving me the full breakdown as more days go over the incident. All right. So what do you want to know? Everything! Okay. You might be interested in knowing that Miss Shannon insisted that we keep her share of the money given to us. What? I thought the money was to encourage the interns. Of course, but she insisted that there was nothing I could do. Although her assistant, Mr. Clark, tried to pacify the other guys, but one of them insisted on making a report about it to HR. Perhaps Shannon has bitten more than she can chew this time around. Maybe. I'm not a lover of trouble, though. You won't believe that Miss Shannon called me all sorts of mean names today. Amanda! You're taking a lot of bullshit from this woman. I'd have had her fired by now if she was my boss. Sometimes I just wish my husband could land a good job soon. What do you mean? I wouldn't be working in a place like this if my husband wasn't laid off. After we got married, our efforts to have a child proved abortive. Then I decided to take some time off to focus on having a baby. 2 months later, hubby lost his job, and here I am working. Wow, I didn't know all of this. I'm sorry about that, Amanda. Nah, it's fine. Now you see that I really need this job, at least for the time being. So don't think I'm too weak to match up with Miss Shannon's whims. I've worked in bigger positions before, and I know just how to handle people like Shannon. But I'd rather just keep a low profile. Having a baby is so important to me. All right then, I understand you better now. You still owe me a dinner to celebrate your successful presentation. All right, dear. Take care of yourself. Bye. I will. Be safe and stay out of trouble. Bye, Chloe. Good morning, ma'am. Morning. Where are you? That's the reason I'm messaging you, ma'am. I sent you a mail, but you didn't reply. Who sends mail in this age and century? Everyone uses a mail. Shut up, of course I know that. I have a mail, but it's not for messages from lowlives like you. Oh, I see. I was trying to be official, but I might as well just spill it here. Ugh, what have you got to say? I won't be physically available at work for the rest of the week. No way. Do you think this is a company that you can just come and go as you wish? You know full well that I haven't missed a day of work since I resumed at the company. So? That doesn't justify that you can just take days off when you wish to. I don't have the strength to exchange words with you, ma'am. I sent a mail to HR and they requested that I write a letter requesting a few days off. HR can't just permit you to be absent from work without my consent. I'm your boss. Of course you're the boss. I've written the letter and my husband will be bringing it over for you to sign. Husband? Are you married? Yes, is there a problem with that? How can a little brat like you be married? Pfft, now I see why you've been so heady and pushy. You're sending your husband to the office so you can spite me? Well, FYI, I'm married also. I'm not signing any letter. Do your worst. Ugh, I don't understand why you have to be so mean and rude to me. It's not like I know you from anywhere. I don't need to know you. I've worked with many interns and I can spot a spoiled brat from afar. You know what I think? You're just jealous of me because I'm more effective and efficient than you are. Oh, really? Keep blabbing your mouth and I'll see who'll sign that letter for you. You think you're efficient, but look at you bailing out when there's a lot of work to be done. We just secured a huge client and that's when you choose to be away? You have no legitimate reason to take days off. You just want to see this project blow up in my face. I don't know why you're so scared. You should be able to handle the project on your own without my input for a few days. And if you need my help, I'm offering to assist from home. It's all in the letter. Ugh, why are you taking a few days off? Bed rest, as requested by my gynecologist. Oh, is it like you have some disease or what? I'm not obligated to say my personal matters. My husband is on his way already. Bye, ma'am. Good evening, babe. Hi, Chloe. How was work today? Great. But that's not even important. You weren't at work today. I wouldn't have known if not for the drama that happened at our office today. HR is never short of drama. What happened today? Where do I start from? Your husband came over to the company today, right? Yes. He had to help me get a letter signed by Miss Shannon and then submitted to HR. Oh, I see what you mean by little drama. Let me guess. Miss Shannon refused to sign the letter and my husband had to involve HR. Yeah, something like that, and even worse. I assume your husband had first gone to meet Shannon, and when she was proving difficult, he decided to involve HR. Shannon followed him right into our office, and as expected, a big argument ensued. I can imagine. There's always trouble where that woman is involved. Like that wasn't enough, she kept insisting that there was no reason for you to take time off work, and then your husband had to mention that you were pregnant. What? Oh no! I mean, it was more like he blurted it out. It was obvious he didn't intend to spill such personal information, but Shannon wouldn't shut her trap. Oh my gosh. Does that mean everyone in the company knows? Well, rumors would always spread like wildfire, so that's a yes. I'm sorry about that, Amanda. Wow, I don't even know what to say. It's not your fault, but thanks for telling me. My husband probably didn't want to get me worried because of my condition. Phew. Well, thanks for telling me. Yeah, I must confess I'm surprised you were pregnant and didn't tell me. Chloe. What is it? Am I not your best friend? You are, but people don't just share things like that. Yeah, you have a point, though. Besides, I just got to know a few days back. Aw, that's beautiful. I'm happy for you, Amanda. Please let me know if you need any help at all, even if it's with fighting that witch called Shannon. All right, I'll let you know. My regards to you and your husband. Thank you. Bye. Hey, Amanda. Good morning, Miss Shannon. Keep your greetings to yourself. Why aren't you at work yet? Oh, is it because you're a staff now? You think you could get to work anytime you wish? Have you never heard of the saying, punctuality is the soul of business? That's not the case. I'm almost at work. I just had a little delay this morning. Just listen to yourself. I knew the company made a wrong decision by choosing to retain you out of the 3 interns working with me. I was retained because I was the best. I'm doing my job well. So what's up with the bad feelings? The thing is, you think you're good, but by my standards, you're not good enough. You're still a young woman, yet you can't wake up early to prepare for work? Ugh. I can't forget how you took 4 days off work and you couldn't even resume on time the day you were to return. Oh my goodness, that was like 2 months ago. What exactly are you driving at, Miss Shannon? Isn't it obvious? I'm sick and tired of your inadequacies. If I had known the company would want to retain some of you interns last month, I'd have had you dismissed earlier. You keep making work difficult for me. I can't believe you keep berating me. You of all people should know how effective and innovative I've been in the department. Oh really? How can a pregnant woman be effective? Huh? Tell me. Don't you dare talk to me in such a manner, Shannon. Being pregnant isn't a disease. Well, it may not be for strong women like me, but the way you carry yourself around in the office is so nauseating. You make me so uncomfortable. Strong women like you? Tell me, what makes you stronger than I am? Well, for starters, I'm your boss, so I'm more rich and qualified than you are. Jeez, I don't even know why I'm still entertaining this conversation. I'm at work now. Where are you? Oh, well, I left already. We're having field assignments today. We're having field assignments and I didn't know about it? How is that possible? I just thought about it over the weekend. I've distributed everyone already. You'll be going to the construction site in DC. Oh, why? Are you questioning my authority? It seems you're ready to lose your job. That's not it. I just want to know why I get sent to a location that is far away. What? Is there a reason you can't go there? Did you suddenly become inefficient? Well, you do know that I'm pregnant, right? I shouldn't be doing strenuous work. If you're not up to the task, just quit and save me the burden of having to fire you. It's either you go to the construction site at DC or I fire you. What the hell? You can't do this to me. This isn't the project we're working on currently. I believe the construction at DC is temporarily on hold. Well, I'm opening it again and I'm sending you there. There's no way I'm going there. Then consider yourself fired. You can't fire me, Shannon. I can. Your pregnancy is an inconvenience, and I can't tolerate it anymore. Just because you got fully employed a month ago, you think you can't be sacked? Amanda, are you still here? Ugh, gosh, you're so full of yourself. Hello, Chloe. Hi, what's up? A lot. Shannon's threatening to fire me. What? How dare she? For what reasons? Well, she listed a whole lot of flimsy reasons, but I know it's because I'm pregnant. That's crazy. Who fires someone because they're pregnant? It's against company policy. Ugh, I don't even care at this point. She insisted I went to one of our old projects to supervise, knowing fully well that it was dangerous for me. Then she threatened to fire me if I didn't obey her. What the heck? I don't know if it's your job or your baby she wants you to lose, but whichever it is, Shannon has gone off limits. Don't let this go easily. You should file a report to HR. I don't think that'd be necessary. I've been contemplating quitting anyway. Nope, I disagree. You shouldn't quit at this point. I mean, you've endured a lot from this woman. You should at least give her a taste of her own medicine. Besides, how are you and your husband going to survive if you lose your job too? Oh, I didn't tell you. My husband got a very good job 2 weeks ago. A high-paying one at that. Oh, that's great news. Congratulations, dear. I'm so happy for you. Thank you. But that's not enough to quit without a fight. I should have known you wouldn't let go so easily. If there's one thing I know for sure, if Shannon fires me without a notice, the company would have to compensate me, right? Definitely. I'm okay with that, but I wouldn't have Shannon ruin my reputation just like that. Since I'm still within the premises, I might just stop by at HR and file a complaint. Great! If we combine that with previous complaints about her from other people, we should have a strong case against her. I think you should let her assistant, Mr. Clark, be aware of this. All right, I'll send him an email. He isn't around. In fact, no one's around. Only God knows the dubious scheme Shannon had in mind. Hello, Amanda. Shannon? You're the last person I expected to hear from today. Haha, you should be grateful I'm still texting you. How are you enjoying your suspension from work? What suspension? You haven't been to work in about 2 weeks. Yeah, I filed a complaint and I was allowed to go home for the time. Oh, I thought you had been suspended. Because I told my assistant to send a complaint to HR requesting that you be fired. Oh, I see. Yeah, you might expect me to be considerate of you and all, but I can't help my detest for pregnant women in the workplace. Y'all slow things down. Ugh. I'm sure you'd be eating like a buffalo while you're off work. You've always been lazy and enjoyed taking days off work. What do you mean? How dare you? I think I should let you know, though, that you shouldn't eat too much, else you won't be able to deliver the baby naturally. How I choose to deliver my baby is none of your damn business. Just listen to yourself. Well, I didn't expect much from a woman of your type. You can laugh all you want, Shannon, but be assured that you'd regret every single thing you've done to me. I don't think so. On the contrary, you'll be the one to regret. You're so despicable and unbelievable. Sometimes I wonder what planet you dropped from. You always act like you're better than everyone else. Meanwhile, you're the one with the poorest attitude to work. You can blab all you want, Amanda. I heard your husband is out of work, right? Just think about it. How would you cope without a job? My husband is employed, and I would have to take a maternity leave anyway. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't change a thing. Taking care of a newborn baby is a lot of work and expense. And don't try to beg me when you go hungry and homeless. Haha. What? This conversation is over. Do not message me again. Hello, Amanda. Hi, babe. You won't believe what just happened. Interesting. I was just about to text the same thing. I felt my baby kick just now. Aw, that's nice. Maybe it's a boy. Maybe. What happened over there? You won't believe this, but Mr. Clark just resigned. Whoa. I was equally surprised, but wait till you hear the rest. He told our manager that Shannon asked him to write your sack letter and ensure to get it approved. Wow. I saw this coming, but I didn't expect it to be through Mr. Clark. Oh no, he didn't drop the letter. Instead, he dropped a recommendation letter for you and a final complaint against Shannon. This is sure a huge turn of events. HR has promised to escalate the matter to the CEO. I don't know what would be the outcome of this, but I am so sure that Shannon is about to get it. You know, I received a mail from HR not long ago asking if I could come over to the company for negotiations. Perhaps it has something to do with Mr. Clark's resignation? That's a possibility. I didn't give much thought to the mail when I first read it. I think you should acknowledge the invitation and let's see where it goes. All right, I'll do just that. Hello, Amanda. Hi. I don't know where to start from. Is there a way we can see each other? Look, Shannon, do you think you can just show up and ask to see me? It's really important. I received multiple queries from HR last week, and I think you're the only one who could help me now. Do you think I would help you? You must be delusional. Come on, Amanda. I know you and I haven't gotten along so well, but you should do this, considering that I'm your boss. Hello? You aren't my boss anymore. Why? Does it seem like you know something? You've been fired already, right? Well, I received a sack letter, but it can't be permanent. I can get my job back if someone says good about me to counter those queries. Please, Amanda, I need this job. I'm in a lot of debt and I've been depending on my salary a lot. There's no way I'd cope if I lost my job. Like you cared when you fired me. I'm really sorry for all the bad things I've done to you. Trust me, they weren't intentional. I don't know what got over me. It's too late for apologies, Shannon. You knew fully well what you were doing when you kept maltreating me before and during my pregnancy. I can't forgive you for that. If you're not going to help me, then I'd ensure you go down with me also. I asked Mr. Clark to help me submit your dismissal letter. I don't know why it isn't ready yet. It isn't ready because it's never going to be ready. You wanted to get me fired and you couldn't even write the letter yourself, not to mention submit it. You're just so lazy. You can call me lazy, but it doesn't change a thing. We're both jobless. Plus, your case is worse. You have a baby to take care of. I don't know why you always feel like you need to compete with me all the time. You don't have a husband. You're separated. What? How did you know? All your petty lies have been exposed, Shannon. Well, it doesn't matter now as long as your life is in a pathetic state. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but my life just went from good to great. Huh? What do you mean? I signed a new agreement with the company last week. The outcome is something that could make you go nuts. The CEO dismantled our department and asked me to build it again from scratch. In other words, I'm the new head of the department. Huh? How's that possible? That's my role. Of course, you decided to fire me because I'm pregnant, but you're the one who ended up getting fired. Oh no. It's worse that I got fired, but you taking my place is something I can't allow. Wake up, Shannon. Your opinion doesn't matter anymore. This company doesn't revolve around your words. But how is that possible? You can't just get promoted to the role of a manager. I was invited by the company for some negotiations. I didn't know Mr. Clark had done some digging into my background. I'm way more qualified than the intern role I came into the company with. I used to be an assistant manager in my former company. The role was so demanding, so I quit. Really? I thought you were a fresh graduate. Most of the interns are. Don't be so quick to jump to conclusions next time. But you're pregnant now. It's still a demanding role. Of course, I discussed all of that with them. It's been agreed that I can come to work twice a week and work remotely every other day. Oh no, how could the CEO do this to me? That's not all. The company would be compensating me for the harassment I faced while working with you. Also, my new salary is higher than what you used to collect. Oh no, I'm ruined. You got what you deserve, Shannon. Please forgive me. Could you please help me talk to HR? I don't mind coming in at an entry-level position. That's not going to happen. You could try your luck in another company, but not here. Because I'm definitely going to be on the recruiting team, and there is no way I'm letting you back in. What do I do now? My life is ruined. My husband has left me, and my father wouldn't even listen to me. This is the third job my father would help me get, and he swore never to intervene again if I lose it. Just listen to yourself. Who's the spoiled brat now? I'm pretty sure you're over 30 years old, yet you can't get a job on your own? I know it's unbelievable, but it's the truth. Please be considerate. I need this job more than you do. At least your husband is back to work, and you've been saying you need time to focus on your pregnancy. Of course, but I'm working on my terms. Besides, I won't be pregnant forever. Please. Just cut the crap, okay? Get lost. After Shannon was fired, I didn't waste time in resuming my duties as acting purchasing manager. The company hired 2 more people to join me in the department. Shannon tried every means to contact me, but I'd blocked her on all socials. She'd wait outside the company till the close of work just to ask me to help her get back in. It's crazy that a grown-up woman like that had everything done for her, such that she couldn't even get a job by herself. I heard someone shared my story on a blog post and tagged Shannon. Several people dragged her on social media, but I continued to ignore her like she didn't exist. I had to alternate between working on-site and remotely for a few months until my appointment was confirmed and I was made the purchasing manager. Due to my hard work and diligence, the project we had ongoing scaled through successfully, even when I went on leave after my delivery. This is a lesson for those who think pregnant women can't work as efficiently as other women. I am so ready for our short girls weekend. Friday cannot come fast enough. The kids driving you crazy? Yes. I mean, I love them, but they're so tiring. Scott can see just why I'm so excited about getting back to work. He's in for a rude awakening if he thinks that things will be easy. I hope that my current condition doesn't get in the way too much. Oh, please. It means you might finally chill while we're vacationing. Because, girl, you keep me running. And you love it. I can't say that it isn't a great time, but I'm always so exhausted. At nearly 7 months pregnant, I'm hoping you'll be moving more at my speed. I think you'll be lapping me this time. I feel like I'm a bowling ball with legs. Yeah, it's not particularly comfortable. And yet you did it a second time. Just wait. That first time holding your baby, you'll at least temporarily forget the rest. Then sleep deprivation and exhaustion will make you a bit loopy. So when your hubby says, "Want to try for baby number 2?" your mouth betrays you with an over-enthusiastic, "Yeah!" Scott got you when you were vulnerable, huh? Yeah, not that I mind. Our kids aren't really old enough to fight like cats and dogs yet. I don't see a 1-year-old being much of a fighter. Whiner, sure, but he's not going to be able to put up much of a fight. You are underestimating my son. He may be a baby, but Irving has managed to headbutt me on 2 separate occasions. Oh, geez. He's packing a lot in the big noggin, huh? He definitely is. Missy may be the older sister, but I think Irving is going to be the protector. Don't count Missy out yet. She's got the brains to be a great strategist. Oh, please don't go saying that now. The last thing I need to be thinking about as we go off for fun is worrying about my kids being able to gain up on us. They're both under 4 years old. You still have time to plan how to keep them from becoming menaces in your home. Oh, speaking of menaces, Carly is in town. Let me guess. Your sister tried to invite herself along for our trip? Yes, she did. And you finally told her no? Yes, I did. And boy, was she mad about that. Congratulations! It only took you 30 years to learn to tell her no. She's not even 25 yet, so it's been more like a little over 20 years that I've been failing to tell her no. And that's not quite the flex you seem to think it is. Hey, it's a decade less than you suggested, so it means I'm a bit less slow. Okay, you can have that one. What's she gonna do knowing you're out having fun without her? I don't know, but she was pretty ticked when I said that it was too late to buy her tickets. She can go to her parents probably, since they were the ones who never told her no. That's right. Ah, dang it, I can hear the kids. They're conspiring up there, I just know it. Go tend to them, and know that in just 2 more days, you'll get to kick back and unwind. Ugh, it can't get here fast enough. Talk to you soon. Stay sane.
Trisha, did you really leave without me?
Yes, Carly. We bought the tickets months ago.
You're just trying to exclude me like you always do. Even Mom and Dad say that you should have invited me.
The fact that you're still running to Mommy and Daddy at your age shows that you still have a lot of growing up to do.
That's so low. You're the older sister, but you've always pushed me away.
We are not having the conversation. I'm out to have a good time, and you're not going to ruin it.
How can you say that? You're being so mean.
I can't believe how long I've put up with this behavior of yours.
What are you talking about? I'm your cute little sister.
Why don't you go study for school? You're on a break, not completely out of school.
What am I supposed to study if I don't have any classes?
You should know what classes you need to take. Or are you thinking about changing your major again?
Well, don't tell Mom and Dad, but I've decided I'm really not cut out for school.
Are you kidding? You've been taking classes for whatever your major is. You can study your field. You could even see about getting an internship or something.
I don't want any of that. What I've decided I want to do doesn't require an education.
After 6 years, you've decided to forego getting a degree.
Well, the fact that it's taking me so long should be proof that school just isn't my thing.
If you drop out of school for good, I'm not going to help you go back later.
You say that now, but I know better. Besides, I really don't think I'll want to go back. Because what I want to do is be a stay-at-home wife.
That really isn't much of a surprise.
What? It's a real job.
I know it is. Mandy's been a stay-at-home mom since her son was born, and she's really happy about getting away for a bit. She's excited about going back to work.
She stays home, huh? And she hasn't had any financial trouble?
Gotta go, the concert is starting soon. We can talk when I get back.
I think I have things figured out. Bye!
Please come pick up your trashy slut of a sister. What? I've thrown her naked butt out of my house, along with my soon-to-be ex. They're in the garage. The outside door is shut until they get clothes on, but the door back inside is locked. Are you kidding me? No. When I walked in, I heard some noises from my room. Thinking it was Scott playing with the kids, I walked in. Scott had her bent over on our bed. No clothes. I'm trying not to paint too much of a picture since I know you don't want to have that image of your sister in your mind forever. I know that'll scar me for the rest of my life. I'm on my way. Just keep them out. I'll pay for your lawyer. Did you get any pictures? I didn't even think about it. I don't even know where my kids are. I need to find my children. Calm down. I'm sure they're safe. Check their room. Oh, thank goodness, you're right. They're awake now and so confused. I need to take care of them. Of course. You go ahead. I'll call my husband and see if he can get someone from his firm to take your case. Thanks. I don't even know how to process this. We'll talk later. You go take care of your kids. I'll take care of the trash. Thank you.
Hey, sister, I need you to babysit our kids this weekend.
Not happening.
Oh, come on. You babysit them when Mandy asks you.
That's because Mandy's earned a break. You are lucky that I'm still talking to you.
Everything worked out in the end. Scott and I are blissfully married.
You are blissfully ignorant if you think that he's content with you.
What's that supposed to mean? I've made sure not to get pregnant, and I've kept up my looks. After all, that's what he's always liked about me. I'm gorgeous and fun.
What he liked about you is the fact that you were young. He married a rich older woman. Since she died, Scott's continued to find women who are young. I'll give you that you are able to hold his interest longer than I thought possible. But you're lying to yourself if you think that you'll satisfy him forever.
Oh, who's jealous? It sounds like there's trouble in paradise. Are you and your dear, sweet hubby having problems?
Not at all. He's been happy since you stopped hitting on him all of the time.
That's a lie. I didn't hit on my own brother-in-law.
Yeah, you did. We all know now that you were just after his money. When you found out that Scott had more, you left my husband alone. The only people who are oblivious to your machinations are Mom and Dad.
They just love me, so they can look past all of my flaws.
They just don't like the idea of their baby girl actually being as horrible as you are.
Keep it up and I'll tell them what you said.
Oh dear. Still tattletaling to Mom and Dad? Do you ever plan to grow up?
Seriously? I contacted you to ask a favor and all you do is insult me? Really?
First, they aren't even your kids. They're Mandy's children.
That old bat barely sees them.
That's because you and Scott made sure that she didn't get custody. Believe me, she would love to see them more often.
It's not my fault she's so incapable.
She's a much better mother than you. Someday her kids will realize it.
Like that will ever happen.
When Scott decides you're too old for him, I have no doubt that you won't have access to them. And when they get bounced around enough, they'll realize who the real parent is.
That will never happen. I'm the perfect wife to Scott.
You may want a backup plan for when he dumps you. After all, there are plenty of men older than 46 who have a lot more money.
That's not such a bad idea.
Somehow I find it hard to believe you hadn't thought of that on your own before.
Oh, I have. But it's been a few years. That's how I know that we were meant to be. Scott has managed to keep me perfectly happy.
Just wait until you realize that your window of opportunity was much shorter than you thought. But hey, you are in your mid-30s. You can probably catch a guy in his 60s or 70s to be your sugar daddy.
Ew! I was thinking more like a guy in his early 40s.
You're really... I can't believe we're related.
You're the one who suggested it.
I was being sarcastic.
So, are you going to babysit this weekend or not?
Do you think that you could distract me and get an answer other than no?
Psh, fine. I'll get Mom and Dad to do it.
Hey babe, I'm leaving in 10, but I'll be there as soon as I can. I know you're probably getting upset. I promise when I get there, I'll make it up to you. My wife was being super clingy and needy. She's desperate to hold on to me. She was threatening to do something drastic to get me to stay. So the divorce may take a bit longer, but I swear it will be over before the end of the year. Then I'll be all yours.
Don't worry, I understand.
Really? That's very mature of you. And that is incredibly sexy. See you soon, and I love you.
Hey, Mandy. I have some news, but I am not sure if you'll want to hear it.
Are you pregnant again? If so, it will be so awesome. Melody would love having a new little cousin.
No, this is about Scott and Carly. Why do you want to tell me? Your genius ex just texted me, apparently getting my name mixed up with his newest girlfriend. I got a whole slew of incriminating information about Scott divorcing my sister. And I heard from Carly yesterday. She wanted a babysitter. You refused, right? Of course. That girl needs a reality check. Well, she's about to get it. She thinks that they're really in love. That's why she hasn't moved on from him already. So Numbnuts texted you by mistake talking about wanting a divorce? Right after she said everything was perfect? Yes. Either he's trying to tell your sister by accidentally messaging you, or he's even dumber than even I thought. He's seriously miscalculated if he thinks I'm doing his dirty work. Oh, he'll probably make sure to get caught so that he doesn't have to deal with it. I mean, he knows that she'll have an emotional reaction, and he can use that against her. Like he did to you? Exactly. I'm not gonna do anything anyway. Actually, I know how you can look good without having to do a thing. Until it blows up. Really? What's that? I'll call you in a bit. Just start taking screenshots. If he's being this careless, it's gonna happen soon. Okay, talk to you soon.
Trisha, I need you right now.
What's wrong, Carly?
You can't rub it in. Promise you won't go all high and mighty, okay?
I promise. What's wrong? You're making me scared for you.
You should be. Scott's been cheating on me with someone who's practically a teenager. Seriously, she's like 23 years old.
That's only a year younger than you were when you two hooked up.
But he's almost 50 now.
He's only 46.
That's practically 50. She's less than half his age. It's so disgusting. When I caught them in my bed, I started throwing stuff at them. Then I kicked them out the front door. Now I need you to come help me. Irving got caught on some of the broken glass from one of the vases I threw at that cheater and his barely legal girlfriend.
Irving's hurt? I'll be right there.
What? Irving isn't what's important right now. I'm so angry and hurt. How could he do this to me after everything I've done for him?
Put some pressure on Irving's wound. Where is Missy?
They don't matter. I'm hurting here.
Okay, send them out to the backyard.
What? I'm not gonna give them to that loser. They're my children too.
He can't get to them in the backyard. They'll be out of the way from the broken glass and they can't annoy you.
Oh, that's good thinking. Now hurry over here. I need moral support.
On my way. Mandy, I need you to get over to the loser house. Call 911 on the way. Why? What happened? He pulled the same thing with Carly that he did to you. But she started throwing stuff. Apparently Irving got hurt. I don't know anything about it, though. What? How did he get hurt? I don't know. All Carly said was that he got caught on glass. Of course, she's so focused on herself that she doesn't care about either of them at all. I told her to put them out back since she kicked Scott and the new girl out the front door. And she didn't want the kids going with him. I figured sending them out back would help you get to them. Okay, I've got to get my boy. Logan is going to take care of Melody. Great. I'm heading over because Carly needs me. There'll be plenty of distractions so you can take care of your kids. Thanks. Hopefully this will be enough to show the courts how badly they messed up. Because if anything happens to my boy, I'm going to be suing the losers, the courts, and everyone else. And I'll make sure you have the best lawyer for the job. Thanks, Trisha. You're a lifesaver. Perhaps literally. Go, go, go. I need to head out in a second. I'm pulling out of my driveway now.
Did you know about the affair?
Hi to you too, Carly.
I asked you a question. Did you know?
Yes, that's why you have the texts. Your idiot husband texted me instead of his girlfriend.
She's a child. She couldn't possibly be considered his girlfriend. Why didn't you tell me? As my older sister, you had a duty to let me know.
Would you have listened to me if I did?
Maybe.
The answer is no, you wouldn't have. So instead of making you mad, I kept all of the evidence. I've got several days' worth because he foolishly kept texting me. That should give you a lot more grounds during the divorce. Didn't you have a clause in your prenup about cheating?
Well, yeah.
Then you have proof that he was cheating on you. That will mean he owes you a lot more.
Are you sure? Can you get someone from your husband's law firm to help me? I mean, Scott cut off my access to everything and kicked me out of the house.
I know. Our parents told me.
I can't believe he would treat me like this. I gave him everything.
I know, Carly. I know.
What am I supposed to do now? My heart is broken into a million pieces.
Just take some deep breaths and focus on getting even. And to start, you can make sure the courts know how he treated the kids. That you did a lot more of the work.
I don't want his brats.
But think about how angry he would be if you ended up helping Mandy get full custody of them. His 2 ex-wives ganging up on him? It's kind of poetic, isn't it?
You're right. But how do I do that?
Just sit down and start writing about any time he was mean to the kids. The things he said about them. Coming from you, that will mean a lot in the courts.
Okay, I will. That cheater isn't going to know what hit him.
My clueless sister did exactly what I said, and when she and her husband ended up in court, the judge realized just how toxic the house was. That made things a lot easier when Mandy finished filing for sole custody. Between Carly's statements, the medical bills after the incident, and the kids finally deciding that they didn't want to be with their father, the courts awarded Mandy full custody. It took over half a year to get the kids to stop acting so spoiled, but once they had more structure in their lives, they were happy for the change. I think having their younger sister around helped too. They wanted to be a good example, which proved that they were actually good people. They just needed a better example than my sister and their father. They also really liked Mandy's new husband. He worked on robots for a living, so he made a couple for them. I wouldn't be surprised if one or both of them go into the field when they're adults. Carly got her divorce, but it was tied up for years. She started looking for an older man to take care of her, and with that, she succeeded. After they married, she was miserable. Apparently, she didn't actually think she would have to follow through with the in-sickness part of her vows, and since her new husband was really sick, something he hid from her, well, she's not having so much fun. The only reason she hasn't left yet is because he has a huge fortune and no heirs. She's miserable, but hoping that she'll get everything soon. It's very foolish because what he has probably won't kill him, and by the time he does pass, well, there may not be much money left. I actually feel really bad for him, but he married her, so there really isn't anything I can do. Scott ended up losing most of his money in legal fees. Between fighting my sister and trying to keep custody, he was really screwed. He ended up selling the house trying to live that high life, but it simply wasn't worth as much as he thought it should be. Last I heard, he was trying to find a new sugar mama, but he doesn't really have anything to offer anyone. He's just as miserable as Carly, but without the money. I've been spending a lot of time with Mandy and her family, and now that the kids are old enough to keep each other entertained, we don't have to go on vacation to have a chance to relax and chat. We're talking about a vacation with both of our families, but we haven't nailed down a destination yet. Wherever we go, we know that it's going to be a lot of fun. Hey Riley, it's Evelyn. Just wanted to make sure I had the right number on my phone. Sometimes I fat finger things and I didn't want to text the wrong person. Evelyn? As in one of the nosy neighbors who just left? Yes. Sorry, I know that you were in the middle of something when we showed up. I just wanted to welcome you to the neighborhood again. You already did that. I'm sorry. There was something we forgot to tell you. You already had 10 minutes of my time. I'm gonna start charging you. Oh, I'll be quick. We had problems with porch pirates a couple of years ago. To prevent that, if you go away, just let me know, or someone else from the neighborhood. We'll come, get your mail, and put your packages inside. That way they don't get stolen. So you want me telling you when I'm leaving? This sounds like a power trip to me. No, it was just lots of packages were stolen. That's how we stopped it. Your house is a lot farther from the road, but since it's practically a mansion, it's bound to attract attention.
You are one nosy old woman. I don't need any of you guys coming on my property.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Don't contact me again.
Hi, Evelyn. I just saw you walk past my window and you looked really down. Is everything okay?
I was just part of the welcome wagon that met up with the new neighbor. He was a bit less than friendly.
What do you mean?
Well, I tried to tell him about the porch pirates and how we prevented that. He was a bit rude when I tried to offer to bring his packages in when he's gone.
I'm sorry that happened. It might be best that you avoid him going forward.
What if he needs help?
I'm pretty sure that he's one of those who's accustomed to taking and isn't willing to give. He'll never be thankful. And the more you do for him, the more entitled he will get.
You're too young to be so jaded.
I've known far too many people like him. Believe me, before I went no contact with my family, I was surrounded by spoiled brats like him. My parents tried to marry me off to a couple of guys like him.
Is that even something that people still do?
In a few very backward social structures, yes.
That's awful.
Considering a lot of people in those classes have the same mindset, it's probably for the best. They believe that they need to protect themselves.
You aren't like that.
No, but I'm the exception more than the rule. It's not all of them, but given how he treated you when you tried to help, well, it's pretty easy to predict his attitude.
Maybe you should be the one to talk to him.
Only if I have to. If he realizes who I am,
I would rather not think about it. He'll hit on you, huh?
Maybe. I'm actually more worried that he'll let other people in our social circle know where I am.
Oh, I understand. I won't tell him then.
Thanks. And I'm sorry that he treated you poorly. If you give me 30 minutes, I can go with you and the kids to the park. Get a few lattes so we can talk while they play.
That sounds great.
Great. See you in a bit.
Hi, Riley. It's Evelyn. Do you think you could have your friends park in your driveway? Currently, we can't get out to take the kids to school. That's not my problem. But they're your friends. You guys were very loud last night. Now you're making it impossible for us to go about our daily business. I don't know what you want me to do about it. I would like for you to please ask your friends to move their cars so we can get out of our driveways. No, I won't do anything of the sort. But there are ordinances that make it illegal to block people in their driveways. Sounds like your problem. I hate to threaten, but if you aren't willing to move the cars, I'm gonna have to call the non-emergency number. We really can't get out of the driveway. Go right ahead and call the police. They aren't gonna do much. Okay, if you really won't do anything, I guess we don't have much choice. You lower-class people, always so jealous of those who have money. What does money have to do with anything? Everything. You're jealous, so you're trying to punish me because I'm rich. No, we seriously are unable to leave. How would you feel if someone made it so that you couldn't leave your home? No one would dare do that to me. That's why you're jealous. Now stop bothering me. I don't have time for your petty complaints.
Riley, it's your neighbor, Brielle. We haven't met, but I have definitely heard about you.
Oh good, another nosy neighbor. Look, I pay for my place with good money. Stop harassing me. This is how I live, and you guys just need to learn to deal with it.
Oh, honey, I am dealing with it. Which leads me to why I'm texting you. I'm only going to ask this once.
Thank God. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Were you the person who dumped a whole lot of garbage on the Hendersons' front yard?
I don't know who did it, but it's hilarious. Those two have taken up some of the parking spaces with their service vehicles. It's time someone showed them what kind of inconvenience they're causing everyone.
That couple is nearly 80 years old. They only need help once a week.
And unlike the hooligans you invite over who block in half the neighborhood, the service vehicle doesn't block you in. All it does is make you have to drive more carefully. It's an inconvenience that I don't have to deal with. I can't be late to the board meetings. Oh, boo-hoo! You're gonna cry because you have to drive the speed limit.
Ugh, look, you bitch. I'm not gonna fight with you about this.
No, you aren't, because you're gonna take care of the garbage you had dumped on their property.
Then the old farts should move into a home instead of making life difficult for everyone else. Ugh.
They're able to do most things for themselves. It's only when they need to go places that they request services.
If they cause that kind of inconvenience to everyone else, they should be somewhere that has other people who cause just as much of a problem.
No one else has a problem with them. In fact, people like the fact that you actually have to slow down with them here.
Well, I'm the person who matters the most. The rest of you beggars just need to learn to deal with it. And I didn't want to throw trash in front of their house. You're the one who's making accusations. It sounds like you did it.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
It makes as much sense as you accusing me.
Both the Hendersons have a camera, and I have video surveillance. It looks like your truck outside of their house.
Oh, if that's the case, why don't you give it to the cops?
Because I already know you've been paying them off.
Oh, you may have a bit of a brain. That's shocking.
Keep it up, Riley, and you're gonna be finding it a lot harder to enjoy living here.
Oh, I'm shaking in my boots.
Such an infantile child. Riley, I need you to keep the volume of your party down. My kids have the flu and they can't sleep with how loud it is.
That sounds like a you problem, Emily.
My name is Evelyn.
Whatever, Karen.
Please, I'm not asking for you to stop partying or anything, just please keep it down.
Ugh, why do people like you and your husband have children if you can't give them a better environment?
What are you talking about? We lived here without having these kinds of problems before you. This has nothing to do with money.
Of course it does. My parents never had to worry about the neighbors being too loud, because they had us in a house that was soundproofed.
That shouldn't be necessary. There are noise restrictions and other things that are supposed to keep the noise levels down.
It's not like that would work if you live near an airport.
We don't live near anything like that.
Well, it's the same thing. You live near a successful rich guy. You can't expect me to change my lifestyle just because you have sick children.
I'm not asking you to change your lifestyle. I'm asking you to keep the noise down.
Same thing.
No, it isn't. It's not even remotely the same.
Ugh, whatever, old woman. I just feel bad for your kids. They'll grow up with a couple of worthless parents who put off parenting on other people. Seriously, people like you should not be procreating.
I'm not asking you to parent any of my children. All I'm asking you to do is turn the music down.
If it bothers you that much, just go to the cops.
How much are you paying them to leave you alone?
I guess word has gotten around the neighborhood. Sorry, but it's not gonna change. It's so great being rich.
How much?
Why? Are you gonna try to outpay me?
Maybe.
Any cop who comes to my house gets at least $10,000 to leave me alone.
You give the cops $10,000 per cop per visit? That's insane!
That's what happens when you have enough money to take care of your family. Now, if you don't mind, I have a party to get back to. I don't have time for poor people who have nothing but time to complain about being modern-day peasants.
How can you be so cruel? The kids are sick, but Riley's still partying over there. Do you have any advice for how to get him to behave? I'm at my wit's end, and Dan is threatening to go over there to teach him a lesson. You have to get Dan to see reason. If he goes over there, it's not gonna work out well for you guys. I know. That's what I've been trying to tell him, but after a couple of months of this, we don't have many options. About the only thing we can think of is moving. No, you can't leave. That will make him feel like he's won. It will only get worse after that. I don't know if we can keep living here. We can't afford for Dan to get arrested.
Have you tried the police again? A lot of them have kids, so they may help.
That boy gives them at least 10 grand per cop. There's no chance that they'll tell him to turn his music down if it means losing that much money.
How do you know that he pays that much?
He told me. I was thinking there would be some way to use that. But between not getting enough sleep and the kids being sick, I just can't think properly.
How did he tell you? Did you record it?
He actually texted me. There was no chance he was going to answer the phone with his friends around. And with all of the trash all over his yard and driveway, I wasn't about to risk injury trying to talk to him in person.
He was dumb enough to text you? I want to say that's surprising, but idiots like that just don't ever think the rules apply to them.
You used to deal with people like that?
Oh yeah, my parents tried to marry off to guys like that. There's a reason I'm no contact with them.
I'm so sorry. How we love having you around. The kids think of you as an auntie.
Oh, that's so sweet. But for now, we need to focus on dealing with Riley. Because if you guys end up moving, they'll lose their auntie for most of the time.
That would be letting him win.
I know a few people who may be able to help. All of his money comes from his parents. It won't take me long to research a bit about them. In the meantime, send over the documentation from all of the encounters.
Why?
People in our social circle really care about appearances. If he's going to pay off the police, then we'll have to take this to the people who can force him to behave.
Who is that?
His parents. Don't worry about anything, though. What I have planned is entirely legal.
Okay, I trust you. I'll send you what I have.
Great. This may take a bit, but it will eventually work.
Do you know how long it will take?
No, it could take up to a month, but after that I can assure you that spoiled boy won't be a problem.
Is there anything else you need me to do?
Everyone in the neighborhood loves you. See if you can call them all together for a meeting.
What about the homeowners association?
Oh my goodness. How has no one thought to go to them?
Dan and I have gone to them, but Riley's been paying them off. I may not be thinking at my best, but if we can remove support from several sides, I think we'll overwhelm him.
That's ingenious. Yeah. See what you can do. He'll have a hard time taking on everyone.
Is it horrible that I'm feeling good about seeing him miserable for a change?
Not at all. I think everyone in the neighborhood is going to be ecstatic, especially if we get him to leave.
I'm not trying to drive him out of his home. I just want him to be a half-decent human.
That is an unrealistic hope. We can't make him decent. But we can definitely make him regret what he's done.
I feel so torn.
I mean, I hate making someone feel unwelcome. At the same time, we can't keep living like this. Don't worry about it, Evelyn. I'll take care of everything. You just get people together for a meeting, then let me know when the meeting is. And don't forget to send all of the documentation. After that, just sit back and wait for things to go back to normal.
Who would have thought that we would miss the Millers?
I know. The sound of four-wheelers and torn yards doesn't seem nearly so bad after everything Riley's done.
And he's just one person?
Welcome to the kind of entitlement I grew up with. Don't worry. Try to relax and know that things will get better within the month.
Thank you so much, Brielle.
You don't need to thank me. I've been just as unhappy with him as you. It hasn't affected me as much since I've been traveling. I wish I had done something sooner.
We all should have.
You guys haven't moved yet, so it's not too late.
That's true. Take care and stay safe.
Will do. And Evelyn, when this is over, let's have a nice neighborhood party.
Sounds good to me. You teach him a lesson and I'll plan the party.
Now that's a great plan.
What have you been posting about me?
Hi, Riley. I don't know what you're talking about.
The social media posts. My father keeps telling me that I'm ruining his business. You have to take those down now.
I don't have social media.
Oh, don't lie to me. All of the information came from you. The stuff that's posted are problems I've had with you.
I guess the small-brained boy finally figured it out. Oh, by the way, Evelyn's children have gotten better. It's so kind of you to ask.
I don't care about them. You're ruining my life.
You did everything that is being exposed.
Since we couldn't get the cops or homeowner association to take care of the problems you caused, we decided to get someone involved who would. It was a genius plan. Just wish I would have thought of it before.
His business has been losing millions since the post went viral. If you don't take them down, I'll sue you for slander or libel.
I'm gonna call your bluff.
It's not a bluff. I'll get my lawyers involved if you don't do what I say.
Unfortunately for you, we have proof of everything.
Then you clearly filmed me without my permission, and that's illegal.
Actually, all of the footage is from things like security cameras and body cams.
Body cams?
Yeah. The police took your money, but once there was evidence that you were paying them, they were quick to provide the footage from when they talked to you. It's funny that they were foolish enough to get that on film. Then again, if they took money from you instead of enforcing the law like they're paid to do, well, it's not a surprise that they didn't think about their jobs first.
That is libel. That never happened.
You admitted to it in a text.
It was a joke.
Sure, a joke that was caught on film? I admit it was quite impressive just how much you gave a couple of them. I didn't realize just how many people were calling the cops on you. It's really getting some of the people with the homeowner association in a lot of trouble, too.
How am I supposed to deal with all of this? Are you trying to drive me out of my home?
We're trying to get you to act like a decent human being, even if it is only the bare minimum. If you don't want to do that, well, I guess leaving is your best option.
I'm gonna get even with you. You can't do this to me. I have money.
Not for much longer.
What's that supposed to mean?
Have you not seen what the posts have done to your daddy's stocks? Consider that my gift to you.
No! You have to take it down. You have to tell everyone that it was a lie. Take responsibility for ruining my life.
I'll tell you what, Riley. I'll call your father and we'll talk to him about resolving this.
Thank you. I'm too afraid to answer his calls.
Aw, you poor thing. I'll make sure everything's taken care of. I did call his father and told him who I was. He was surprised to learn that I had anything to do with his son. Then I explained that I was one of the neighbors who had to deal with his son and the corrupt cops in the area. He was mad at first, but I told him there was a way for both of us to get what we wanted. After recommending a few older women who would make good matches for Riley, his father thanked me. When he found out that his father was marrying him off to a woman 15 years older than him, Riley panicked. He left his house in a hurry. We were shocked to see just how much damage he had done to the place. The pool was cracked. He had started trying to add a small cottage behind the house, and they had nearly destroyed the inside. The carpets were ruined, the rugs were torn, and the walls looked like someone had been taking a sledgehammer to them. It was clear that his father was not going to make a profit on getting rid of the place. Eventually, he found his son, and he was forced to marry a woman nearly 15 years his senior. Someone who could control him, mostly because Riley was financially ruined. Marrying was the only way Riley was ever going to get any money from his father after what he did. And he would only get the money after his father and mother died. Since he was kicked off his father's company's board, the marriage was Riley's only way to stay in the lap of luxury. It's nice to think that he's probably quite miserable since there are no parties beyond dinner parties hosted by his wife. Most of his friends left him because they were only interested in the wild parties he used to throw. Without that, they didn't want him around. The police who took money from him were all fired. Hopefully they didn't blow all of the money he gave them all in one place because there was a large enough scandal that they won't be able to get a job at any of the stations for miles. Hopefully the other police will learn from the mistakes of the others. There were a few officers in lower positions who were overridden by their superiors. They got promotions after they proved that they didn't keep the money they were given. A new family bought the place, and boy did they have a time fixing up all of the damage Riley did to the property. Evelyn's kids love to play with theirs, and there is a real welcoming vibe to the neighborhood now. I ended up talking to my parents. When they learned how I made our family look good and took Riley's family down, they were willing to put up with my strange lifestyle. We aren't close, but we are at least on talking terms. They even seem proud of me when we go out since people have started to recognize my skills in social media. I don't want my own channel or anything. But I love being behind the scenes, helping to do PR for people who need it, for better or worse. Best of all, I now live in a dream community, and that dream is no longer a nightmare.